It doesn't get much cooler than this. We're looking at some more classic 80s Lego, and today we've got this one here, which not only is classic space, but it also has the light and sound system. Hello and welcome back to another video, and in this one it's going to be another retro Lego review and reverse speed build, and I'm really excited to share this one with you, particularly those who haven't ever come across the light and sound before. So this set, again, it's one that I had growing up as a child, and sometimes, you know, seeing something you remember it, sometimes holding something you remember it, but it's the sounds that this thing makes, as well as the lights, that just literally transports me back to my childhood. So this set was released in 1986. It's the Sonar transmitting cruiser, although some places say it was called the Scorpion Modular Transport with light and sound, but I've never heard of that before. It's classic space and has the light and sound system, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get onto the features. 329 parts, there's 2 minifigures here and also a robot. So what we'll do as per usual is I'll quickly show you over the box, the manual, and then I will do you a close-up of the features, and then we'll do the reverse speed build. So here it is. It's kind of a medium-sized box, not as big as like the pirate ships or the castles, but not small either. We've got it fully built on here, and then the sonar, I guess this is to do with the sonar part, and we've got our information here, light and sound, and what that says is micro lights and sound. This model has flashing lights and siren with 2 different sounds. The light and sound elements can be built into other Legoland models, and like I mentioned, I'll show you that in just a moment. And then on the reverse, we've got the alternative builds. So we've got this one here, kind of like a cross, more like an aircraft. We've got that kind of slender one there, and then this one looks pretty cool here. So you've got all of those, and then inside we have the main build again, and then some more information on the light and sound, essentially showing you that it's tracks of electrical contacts, that you can put different colours on the lights, 2 different sounds, which is either bip, bip, bip or wee, 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 and that you can have them flashing alternative, or the lights can be static. So that's the box done. Let's have a look at the manual. So here's the manual, and we've got our main image like normally, you know, the main image on the box, but then interestingly, because it's light and sound, it then straight away showed the 9-volt battery compartment, then just normal stages of the build. It has 19 parts for the main bit, and then some additional parts for the rover. Comes together. Got the alternative builds, and again it gives more information on how the light and sound options can be put together, and then just some more information on the back. So now let's have a look at the features. Okay, so I've brought you in like super close so you can see the detail, but not like all the way in, and there's a reason for that, which you'll see in a moment. So first of all, here we have this kind of really crazy looking spacecraft. I don't think it looks like quite like anything else in terms of its kind of long, thin proportions. We've got the lovely classic space logo on the front, and apparently that only actually came in one other set. We've got our transparent cockpits. Currently got the yellow spaceman inside there. All these kind of pipes and hoses, lots of translucent colours all over. So we've got, you know, the reds, the greens, aerials up at the top. These doors that kind of open into the laboratories, as you can see here. These ones on the roof will also open up, as you'll see shortly. A little robot, again, I'll show you that a little bit more in a section. We've got this thruster at the rear and a bit of a rover. So I think at this point maybe I'll talk to you about the light and sound system for those that aren't familiar. It runs off one, so they have these square blocks. So there's a square block inside there, and it runs off a 9-volt battery. In addition to that, there are special bricks. So you can see these ones on the top, and they just have magnetic contacts inside there. So you can connect them together and then put your lights wherever you want. In addition to that, there's this little module here, which is like it'll be like a piezo speaker, which you rotate to get the different sounds. So with my 9-volt battery in, I think I'm on, so if I probably be able to silence it there. Okay, so I push the button down to activate the 9 volts, and you can see everything's flashing. And what you can do is, as I mentioned, you can pick that up and put that wherever you want on the track, and it'll still keep working. Now what's very clever in terms of its simplicity is you can literally just reverse the direction of the light, put it back on, and it makes the light solid instead of flashing. That's really clever. And as I mentioned earlier, they're not different coloured lights, they are just little plastic caps that go on top, so you can change the colour of them as required. Now the little sounds module, you just rotate through, and there's one of the sounds, and then rotate through a little bit more, off, and then there you go, you have the other sound. So as a kid you could just like drive your parents crazy with going around with this going all the time. But I tell you what, I'll knock the light off, the main light off a second. Imagine that around your bedroom at night, nothing else going on. This thing was just absolutely brilliant, and hearing that sound literally just brings those memories flooding back to me. But in addition to that, so not only have we got classic space, we've got this like crazy looking thing with all the like the colours and everything, but it has like a really cool trick up its sleeve. So this is modular. It essentially has one, two, three, call it five. Well, there's 4 sections, 5 modular parts, and it's really well done. So you've got the arrows show you kind of which sections can pull apart, and it works on kind of a pin and socket mechanism. So by holding here and pulling this section forwards, we get our cockpit section. So again, I can just show you a few of the details. There's the holes at the rear, the cockpit opens up. What's nice on this version as well is you can actually move this out of the way. A lot of the models that I've built recently, that's kind of a static. They usually use the one of these, it's just like in front, but that's I thought that was a real nice feature to have that. So this is our cockpit. The next section, they're kind of described as laboratories. So if we pull this section forwards, it actually takes this part with it as well. So it takes up the whole light and sound module. So they're quite tight there. So this section comes away. You've got your 2 bits that come down, and inside there's just really a computer terminal in there, and all our light and sound stuff obviously still works because it's up here. The rear section has a little bit more, so it has the 2 sliding doors that come down, and within there we have our robots. I'll bring him out for you. Just looks like this. I think he's described his full name as being Robot OK. There you are. And with this one here, the roof can open up like that. And then at the rear section, you wouldn't necessarily think so straight away, but the thruster section actually also is removable, this part here. So you're already starting to think what I can do with that. And then finally, the little rover, very cool, can just detach and go off on its own. So what you can do is you could remove this section, and you can actually pop the thruster onto here and then rehook it up, so just go away with that single section. Or you can remove it and pop it onto here and just have that as like a little vehicle that goes away. It can fly away, so that's really cool. Now I don't think they are like fully, I don't think you can swap these round. No, they're not designed to do that, but the thruster can move between those 3 sections. I mean, I just think that is like really inventive, and it makes me just really like the set. Now, doing some research into light and sound, it came out in, I think it was 85, I wrote it down somewhere, maybe 85, maybe 85, 86, and then it phased out in the 90s, and I was like, why? Because I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and if you keep tuned in the future, there's another model with a light system in it, which is great as well. I thought they're absolutely brilliant, and the only reason that I could see it was that it had to incorporate the 9-volt box, and so that kind of hindered the shape and structure of the models. But honestly, I don't see how that would be a problem, because like there's still so many options with it. So I would generally love to know, those of you out there, Did you know about light and sound? Did you have it? Do you remember it fondly? Do you wish there'd been more of the light and sound models? Because you know what I wish there was? I wish there was like loads of these, because I thought they were super cool. But anyway, we've had a look at the model, and it's now time for the reverse speed build. Okay, so I'm all set up. I'll start the clock and I'll see you in a few minutes time for the final thoughts. And there we go, 16 minutes and 20 seconds to deconstruct it. You might have seen me shaking my head like in reverse all the way through that build, because I've never known a set use so many flat bricks, but not like offset, but on top of each other, like constantly. It didn't matter if it was this size or this size, it was just full of them. So I had to use my tool to literally like pry them all apart all the time. It's just absolutely full of them. But that's all deconstructed. A fantastic set. If you've never come across the light and sound stuff before, even if you don't want to commit to a big one, there's lots of stuff out there. Like I've got one over there, like they did things like police and fire, but there's a couple of different space sets that have them both in. But I'd definitely say check it out, and you know, maybe you had one of these as a child and I brought back memories to you as well, in which case that's pretty awesome. If you like the video, feel free to hit the button. In the meantime, there'll be a video up here and a playlist up there. But until the next one, all the best, take care and see ya.